Hi friends, this is Joanne. How are you today? Thank you for stopping by our YouTube hop. Let's get organized. And this month we are speaking about 12 by 12 paper pads and or 12 by 12 paper. And I always start my videos from the other side of the room, so I thought I would come in from this angle today so you get to see what it looks like from this side. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really have many paper pads left. A lot of the collections no longer come in pads that I use. I'm sure some of them obviously still do, but I'm more into like Cartabella and Pink Fresh Studio, Hip Kit Club, and Simple Stories, and they don't have paper pads anymore. They just come in like paper pad bundles wrapped in like that plastic. So that's pretty much what I have. And as soon as I get those, I take them out and put them in their respective drawers. So I will talk about a couple things. This is a Remy. Rem. Oh, there's another cat outside the door and he's looking. Remy, say hi. See how pretty his eyes are? Anyways, so I do have all of my Maggie homes got moved to this dresser, which was my childhood dresser, and I had my friend paint it for me. Came out super cool. So I will show you that. And then over here, these are art bins. I get them with coupon at Joanne's or Michael's, wherever I can get them on sale. And I put my layouts in there after I do them. Before they go in the album. I'll do a layout share when it gets full, and then I'll put them away. But this right here is where I keep my just plain cardstock. I only use really Basil cardstock, and this is just one of those white 12 by 12 holders from scrapbook.com. I got it on sale for like $8 or something. They're okay. I probably wouldn't buy another one. They don't hold together very well. But it was white, it matched, and I put my Basil cardstock there so I can grab it super quick. The only other cardstock I use is Hip Kit Club cardstock that comes with the kits that match up each month. So I've never taken you through my drawers before, and you haven't been able to see anything past the top. So let me see. I got bad knees here, so down here below is a whole nother area for drawers, and in here I have all my old pink paisley and all my Jen Hatfield Dear Lizzie, which I moved from the top, and on the bottom is Alt to New. And I think I have a couple like Jen Hatfield Hey Hello pads that I picked up at Joanne's when they were on sale. So that's what it looks like underneath there. And then up here on the top, on the left here, we're going to see that all of that is Pink Fresh Studio, except for the very bottom one is Cocoa Vanilla Studio. Okay, so each drawer, it has the capacity to hold 2 or 3 collections. I mean, it depends on how much of that collection I have, because usually when I buy a collection, I buy everything, because I have like full collection syndrome. So in each drawer, there'll be one collection on the bottom in its own bag, which I'll show you and you may have seen before. And then usually I'll put like a chipboard 12 by 12 in between it, and then put the next collection on top of it, just so they don't get mixed up together. So there's all Pink Fresh Studio there. Okay. I'm underneath now, and on that side on the right there's just little drawers that have just like embellishments and extra ribbons and decorations and stuff that I don't use frequently, so they're on the bottom. And then over here there's extra things like decorative boxes, and that's my sewing machine and just stuff down there that I don't use a lot. Okay, so then if you come back up, that's underneath there. All right, so on the left, this whole thing here is all Simple Stories. And like I said, in those drawers, you could have 3, maybe sometimes 4 different collections, and they're wrapped individually in their own little plastic bag. So this drawer on the bottom, that has just one collection because that's the Simple Vintage Indigo Garden, which I'm obsessed with. So that entire drawer is full of that because I bought like literally everything there was to buy. And all up through there's all different ones, older collections, newer collections, you know, Vintage Garden, Country Harvest, Lemon Twist, Vintage Weathered Garden is in there. All different simple stories are in there too. And then I'll show you this in the middle here. That just has my scrapbooking magazines in it, so I can look at those and I save them. And then there's 3 drawers in the middle, and I'll show you one. Hold on. This just has my pocket life cards in it, and the only ones I have are from Hip Kit Club, like so. And I try to keep them kind of color coded, but they're all right there. So the 4x3s go on the top, and then the 4x6s go in the back here. This is where I keep scrap paper. These are other pocket cards, and those are cards that I made in case it's somebody's birthday and I can just grab a card out of my drawer. This is a drawer that I have that has leftover things from past hip kits where the kit is all used up, but I had a few extra things left over. So over here on the right is all my Hip Kit Club subscriptions, and each of the drawers has usually 2 months worth of a subscription. Say the June kit, I'll put that all together in a plastic bag, and then, you know, like I said, 12 by 12 piece of cardboard chipboard that you get with your orders, and then put the next month's on top of it because I don't have enough space, because I just can't get through them quick enough, and I have to have them because it's Hip Kit. Now we're going to talk about the drawers on the right hand side, and down here on the bottom, these 2 smaller drawers, those just have all my alt to new stamps and some miscellaneous stamps that I have. I'll pull one out so you can see. Hold on. So these are just all my alt to new stamps. And I know we're not talking about stamps today, but just so you know what's in my drawers. So the stamp and usually the metal dies, I keep them all in these little sleeves. The sleeves are from alt to new. So I just like to have my alt to new stamps together. I have other stamps elsewhere. And then you can put drawers in here, but I found this 13 by 13 like acrylic container, and that has all my Bramble Fox in it, and it has 3 drawers, and it just so happened to fit perfectly in my scrap box. It was just kind of a fluke. It didn't come with the scrap box or anything. So then 1, 2, 3, I have 3 drawers of Carta Bella, and there's probably 10 or 12 collections in those 3 drawers. So that's how much those drawers can really fit in, a lot. And then the top 4 drawers are all Paige Evans. So, you know, Horizon, Bloom Street, Scenic Route, and some of the older ones are in there too. So let's pull a Paige Evans drawer this time, and I'll go through a drawer and just show you how I organize them, okay? Hey guys, I just got thinking, I have never showed you inside my dresser, and so I pulled the drawer out because there's no way that I can do that one-handed, hold the camera and pull the drawer out, so I'll just show you. It's pretty much a mess because I took like 4 drawers full of Maggie Holmes and moved them all over to the dresser. So it's just got a lot of these for holding ephemera and stuff, and here, let me get a better angle. That is all the paper pads, the paper pads from all the older collections that I picked up at like Tuesday mornings. So that's what my Maggie Holmes drawer looks like. There's a lot in there. I definitely do not need any more. How it's moving open. They all move open, and this is super cool. You guys got to see. Behind that is a magnetic board, and there are all my metal dies. Well, not all of them, because the other side has exactly the same thing. And there are metal dies on the other side too. But I just wanted to show you that I also keep stuff in here. Those are those art bins, and I'll have one bin for like creative memories, and I have one bin that's just like this top one that's all Valentine stuff. And then the one underneath it is really much taller. I got the big tall one because that has all my Christmas stuff. I can actually pull those out and show those to you. Okay, these are old scrapbooking bins that I got in an estate sale, or I got art bins. And they're a little bit bigger than 12 by 12. They're probably 12 and a half, 12.75, but they're the ones with the drawers on top, which I super love, because on the top I will just put sticker books and ephemera and stickers and stuff like that just on the top. So this is my Valentine's one because I didn't want it to take up prime real estate in one of these drawers. And then, you know me, I don't like scraps floating around, so I have a bag with all my scraps, and then my sticker sheets, and then all the paper is underneath that. Okay, so, and then they stack really nicely behind over there, and then I can just close that door and not see like stacks of art bins. So let me go ahead and get my Christmas one out. Okay guys, and this is my Christmas art bin, and again, like I said, it's the really tall ones, not the, you know, regular skinny ones. And this one also has the drawer on top, and this is just Christmas stuff, and I like to pull these out because then I can work on my December documented just from this bin. So again, the top, it has my Christmas bramble fox. I keep my Christmas bramble fox separate from that over there that I just showed you because I don't want to search through the other one to look for my Christmas stuff. And I usually, I only literally have two types of Christmas stuff. I have Hip Kit Club Christmas, and I have two Cartabella Christmas collections. And I had a lot before, but I used them already. So up here is stickers, enamel dots, and my twine, my bramble fox, the alphas, the stickers, chipboard, everything. And this is, I think this is pretty much all Hip Kit. And then underneath is my Hip Kit paper. So again, I have a plastic sleeve with the scraps just because I think it keeps everything neater, and I like to use my scraps before I dive into my paper. So this is the pattern paper from last year's Hip Kit collection. I actually bought like 2 or 3 paper packs because I want to do a December documented, and I want to do 12 by 12 layouts. But underneath, I put this in a separate sleeve. It's Hip Kit, but it's from 2020. So I didn't want the 2020 and the 2021 paper mixed together. That's how crazy I am. Alright, so I put this back, and then you put your scraps in, and then you put this in, like that, and then I can pick this up. And if I didn't want to be in my craft room, which I can't believe I said that sentence out loud, say I wanted to go to the living room or the dining room table, I could just pick this up and grab my ATG and, you know, go craft out there if like somebody was over or something. And then my other place that I store Christmas is this. I love this little thing. I got this at Michael's, and I like it because it's white and it matches my scrap box. But this is just a little container. Hope that I'm not making anybody dizzy moving around like this. So up here has a lot of Christmas embellishments like twine, pom-pom trim, ribbon, some more bramble fox, all kinds of bramble fox, and you know, stuff like that on the top. And then underneath is the photo cases with embellishments from past Hip Kits, and then my Christmas stencils and my Christmas stickers and my Christmas alphas, more stencils, and then this is where I keep scraps and alphas and stencils and, you know, stuff like that. But it's all Christmas stuff in these two, because if I didn't do that, then it would take up space in a drawer that I need for my scrapbooking collections. So let me go ahead and pull out a drawer and we'll go through that. Okay guys, now we're going to go through one of my drawers, and I'm only going to go through one because really almost every single one of the drawers is organized in just about exactly the same manner. But I did want to show you because then you could see how I store my stuff and how much capacity these drawers actually have. And I want to apologize if I seem out of breath. My asthma is just off the charts today for some reason. I have no idea why. But anyways, this is the Paige Evans Wonders collection. So like I said, I don't want my collections getting mixed up together in the same drawer. So I use these plastic sleeves. They're like record sleeves for the old vinyl albums. I get them on Amazon. I'll link them below for you. Okay. So I will just put the embellishments and the 6x6 or 6x8 paper pad on the top, and then in here is all the papers. So for this one I did pick up the project pad because it was on clearance at Joann's for $6.97 when they were changing over to a different collection. So I totally could not leave that there. I had to live at my house for $6. Come on. And then there's scraps here, and then these are the double-sided 12x12 papers here. Okay, so that drawer, these drawers really do hold a ton of stuff. All right, so this is a 5x7 photo case, but I use it for my ephemera. So inside this, I will put the florals, any of the cut aparts, the ephemera, any loose things that, you know, happen to be cut off something. And remember, Paige had the 2x2 little pads, so those are in here. There's a random D in there for some reason. That's a little bit messier than usual, but I have so much that I just kind of got lazy and threw them all in there. These are the little tassels that came with this collection, and I bought like a couple packages of that because I like to hang them off the side of my mini album. And then these are the sleeves that I purchased from Amazon that I've talked about previously, that I store my alpha stickers or anything like 6x12 cardstock stickers. I don't like the plastic that these things come in because they're cheap and flimsy and I can't stand the noise. So I put all these on top. And then here's some more ephemera, the butterflies, the sticker book, the stamps. And usually I keep my stamps together, but because these stamps went with this collection, it stays with the collection. And then, you know, the 6x8 paper pad. And then, of course, there is my little bag of scraps because I like to keep those all neat and together. And before I go into the 12x12 papers, I will always go to this bag first and try to use those up. Okay? And then next is like if there's a sticker sheet or anything that goes with it. This is a cut file from Confessions of a Paper Addict cut file shop. I'm on the design team that I did in a layout not too long ago, and I'm going to use this again, so I kept it, but because it goes with this paper, I kept it in this drawer. Now this particular collection I do have the project pad for as well. So that will be in here as well. And then on the bottom will be, I can't fit my fingers in there, hold on, all my 12x12 papers. Okay, so these are all the double-sided papers that I have left for this collection. And then like here's a sticker sheet that came from like the project pad, and this is the specialty paper. And then this is how I am. I cut a bunch of flowers out of these on my silhouette a while ago, but I still think that I can use this paper for something, so I kept it. Aren't I horrible? But not really, because I paid for it, right? So that's pretty much what my drawers look like. And then I'll put the pad in here just to keep that, you know, weighted down. And then here's my scraps. And then my project pad and all my ephemera and cardstock sheets. And then I will just put that in there, put my tassels here, and then put that there. Or I might decide that this is more even if I put that there so it's flatter so I can get the next collection on top of it. And sometimes I will put like the 12 by 12 like chipboard sheets that come when you order something so it keeps it from the paper bending. I'll put one in between, but I didn't with this because I have the next collection in a bag, so I didn't think that it was necessary. So I'll just put that there, and then I'll put that on top of it. But these drawers do hold a lot of stuff, so I bet you my scrap box weighs like 2,000 pounds. Who knows? So anyways, that's how I put everything together. I hope you enjoyed that. I don't necessarily have a very exciting 12 by 12 paper pad organization because I don't really have that many. The ones that I do have are old, either super old or maybe 4 or 5 years old from past collections, because like I said, you know, Simple Stories, Hip Kit Club, and Pink Fresh, they don't do project pads anymore like they used to. It might be cheaper for them to manufacture them without that glue on the top and the strip or something. Who knows? They just come in a stack of paper with like a piece of cardboard behind it and then the plastic wrapped around it, like shrink wrapped. So that's pretty much how everything's coming these days. And all the stuff that I had that is super, super old, except for like my creative memory stuff, which I'm keeping in my art bins. I gave all my really, really old stuff to my baby cousins because they asked me to teach them how to scrapbook. So I gave them all my super old stuff, like this huge, huge Rubbermaid tote bin full of all old stuff. It was taking up space. I wasn't using it, so I gifted it, and they just literally went like, you would have thought I gave them $1 million. So that was super fun. So I hope you enjoyed that. In the description box below is a link to all of my friends who are participating in this hop also. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'll put a couple pictures at the end of my craft room and stuff. And I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, you guys. Thank you for stopping to see me.